So while I'm waiting for this thing to go ahead and do its transcoding analysis, render, and all this other stuff, what I've noticed is it seems as though the last couple of Apple updates has made my computer just that much slower, which drives me nuts because I guess I should be thinking that this computer is old, but it's really like, it's not. I mean, I'm not old, am I? All right, so I do have the both the Granite and the Big Rock remote. This Big Rock remote is like 6 months after, I think, when the Big Rock actually came out for availability. And yes, 6 months because of Horizon. And it was A-Main that pulled through and was able to get me a Big Rock. See, you wonder why me and Horizon have an issue. I know it's dumb, whatever. Am I a Ken or a Karen? Just whatever. You make that decision, guy. So anyways, this is a brand new Granite. I did call Horizon just to see if I could, get this squared away, and I got to do some email support thing or whatever the heck it is. It's pretty annoying. I know eventually I'll have to go in, but the curiosity has killed the cat, is what it's called. So for me, I do need to see, what's going on here? Like, why does this thing appear to be like a completely missing part? And can I somehow, for now, while the Big Rock is down, I mean, I could have chosen this or the Sentin, but while the Big Rock is down with the one of the axle issues from the CVD, the junk Arrma upgrades. So while the Big Rock is down, I figured, because these remotes are the exact same, can I take the battery tray that's in the Big Rock and just within a couple of screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. Once I relieve those 7 screws, which is a total of 14, because it's 2 remotes, is there a plug? Can I actually take the battery tray out and just swap it into the Granite? Because everybody's saying, hey guy, why don't you just bind it? Well, that's kind of the easy way. And I'm not known for going the easy way. I'm known for going the force against way. So this is RC Guy Garage, and we are going to break into that brand new Granite remote and see exactly what the problem is, if it was even a quality control issue, is it something that slipped off? Is it a missing rivet? What's going on? So if you're interested in watching this episode of RC Guy Garage, we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna attempt to do this in real time. Quick, because quick isn't always like quick, and I hate the fact that it switches like this. I think it's something to do with my phone. So you can see it's already says little black 3 found. Control your GoPro. And normally when it does a pause, that means it's going to connect. Or if it does that. Oh, there's the pause. And there we go. The infinity screen of death. So the whole point of like what I was saying that I'm doing right now, and I am using the GoPro 10's like tripod thing that it came with because I actually think it's pretty cool. And yeah, my phone case is broken, so I think I might have to get the iPhone 13 just because the phone case is broken. So this is the Big Rock. And if I can fix this remote, which I'm going to take this one apart first, but if I can see that this battery tray is just a plug in and plug out type of thing, I will then go ahead and just take the Big Rock and I'll just pull this out. And that way, I mean, could I bind it? Yes. Is that the way to go? Yeah, but I like mechanics, so I'm going to see if this is the way that I could do it. So here's the deal. From what I see, either this spring is stuffed inside or the provision was never made. And the reason why I say that is because if you see this point right here, you can clearly see that there's no tab connected to that rivet. At least I think you can see. Maybe I should put a light on. So what I'm saying, right, is when you look at this, there's supposed to be a little tab that connects to that section right there. And then obviously it connects to the spring. Well, when you look at the Big Rock one, you can see that little pin with the spring, there's nothing there. And yeah, I just need to blow this apart and I just need to see what's going on. So we've got a couple of screws on here. We've got on the bottom where the battery, you know, lies. So you got 1, 2, 1 on the handle for 3. Then on top of the actual controller head, you've got 1 on the back, 1 in the middle, and 2 up front. So that's a total of what? 7 screws, 4, and then 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna pull these out and see what happens. I almost feel like this is the wrong screwdriver or something. Probably would have been more effective to go ahead and use like an electric driver, but I like to make things more difficult for myself. Hasn't anybody figured that out yet? So that's 3. All the same size. All the screws should be the same size. And I'll go ahead and go after the ones on the head. God, I'm like flexing the whole thing. I don't want to break this thing. So that should be the rest of the screws, which 1 already came out, so 3 more. Unless, looks like that middle one is still connected. Yeah. So that one should come out. So that's a total of 7 screws. And like I was saying, I believe this is the section that comes off to reveal the components. And yeah, looks like the switch is coming with it. Not sure why. The power switch. Okay, so it's just a printed circuit board. Or whatever it is. Okay, so you can clearly see that is not the case. What am I looking at here? So look at how the wiring is. On this remote, the way they've got it wired, they have it wired actually positive and negative. And it would have been only these 2 cells that would have done anything. Now, you know what? I never finished putting the batteries in because obviously, you know, jokingly, I went to go put this battery in, and it was a joke because I did know that the spring was there, but I had to do it for video purposes, act like an idiot and go, oh, how come this ain't working? How come this ain't working? you gotta like liven things up every once in a while. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna take 2 AA batteries, I'm gonna throw it in there. Maybe this is the new way. Maybe this is what they want. They only want it to operate off of 2 batteries, so let's check it out. I suppose I could do like the whole verification process, but that's kind of pointless. So these I just took out of a brand new thing. So with the way that this one is wired, it is saying that this is all that's needed to power this radio. So let's see if that's the case. Let's see if it only needs 3 volts to power this radio up. So where would the red button be? So the red button is going to be on the opposite side. So we can see red light's not on now. I'm going to click it on and let's see what happens. Nothing. Nothing at all. So not enough voltage to go ahead and power this thing on. So this is clear evidence that this thing was never... It was not built right. So, yeah, somebody was an idiot. That's nuts, man. Look at that. It's got the provision for the wire. Why is that? Why is that? Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. This actually is wired correctly. Because I didn't see it. The return wire is here. Wait a minute. So the way this goes, right, and this is the normal way of thinking, positive, So in reality, what this really is this is wired correctly. It's just missing, just like I had said, it's missing the little spring with the tab that goes over to there. And then what that does is the way it's supposed to go, and I know I'm kind of going backwards by going this way, but because in my mind, I go like negative to positive kind of thing. So the way I'm seeing this is, we might have something here. So we just got a text message from somebody that we know. So how can I see the text message while I'm on here? Get out of there. Pull down. Go to there. Not what I expected. All right. Because, yeah. Anyways, if you haven't seen the Vendetta, go check out Earl Moorhead's channel. So, control the GoPro. We'll go back to that. I'm expecting to see some spy clips. All right. So, anyways, so I am getting how this goes. The way this is done is it's technically compounded because it's sending that negative feed to the negative side from the back side. So I don't even need to pull this apart. I can already tell. So there is not going to be any pulling this apart. What I would have to do is pull these 5 screws, pop that little connector, in which I suppose I could do that, but man, that's the thing. Do I like doing things the hard way? Yes, I do. I like doing things the hard way, kind of like when it makes sense. And right at this point in time, it's really not making sense. So, yeah. So anyways, this is RC Guy Garage. You can see that my Granite remote is never operated from the factory. And I think that's kind of, that ain't cool, man. That's really not cool. So maybe they hook it up a different way, or I don't know. It is quality control. It is very minor. Does it happen? Yes, it does, but it does go to prove that when these things were made, which obviously with the way this is done, it's a, and now it's not connecting. Oh, because it was on cracked. We want that one right there. Because see, now it should connect. What it should do is it should do that little pause thing. Yep. It's got that little window, and then this little circle thing should pause. Yep, there you go. I know the rhythm. There we go. The infinity screen. So yeah, so what I would have to do is I would have to just disconnect this little connector, undo these 5 screws, undo these 7 screws, do the same exact thing, and then transplant the battery tray into this remote. So I'm not going to bother doing that because right now, technically, the big rock is down. I mean, the lighting is terrible. Because technically the big rock is down, reason why, see this bag right here? This is a bag from eBay that came with a bunch of parts for that vehicle right there. So I obviously have now the shock towers that I need, but if you see inside the bag, there's also an additional little thing in there. Right there, I think you can see it. So the big rock does now have its axles. And I'm going back with stock axles. Does anybody want any brand used? If you place an order for an RC Guy Garage, you'll have to put a note in the send a picture or something. Or, you know, just say, Guy, give me the big rock axe. Yeah, so anyways, I don't know. This is RC Guy Garage. I'm not out at this very minute, but I do plan to be. Hopefully with the Granite, and then obviously taking out both the Outcast and the Kraton 6S. So I will be out. What are you doing? And like I always say, just get out there and rip it.